Damn it, I want to win.
It's greedy.
What's wrong with winning?
Let's talk Tom Brady. You know he's the GOAT, so let's look at his legendary workout and diet. This is what it takes to be the greatest of all time.
I feel like I always want to be ready to go. I can actually go enjoy myself if I feel like I'm in game shape. It wouldn't take me too long to get ready. To have the, ability to do that in off season and keep things sharp is so important to me. If you ride that roller coaster, it's tough as an athlete. This is your profession. I mean, we all work hard. We want to stay at the top of our game. I think that's a year-long commitment. To be at the top or to give your team a chance to win every season, you have to put a lot into it. And I try to, bring my best every day. I try to be the best teammate, leader, and also physically to stay prepared because no one wants someone that is taking up space.
I usually talk movie star genetics, but right now we're talking athlete genetics. Hey, look, if you want to get ripped like a Hollywood movie star, link in the description. Go check it out.
Even when you lose, you win when you do push-ups. I need the push-ups still.
Let's get into that Tom Brady workout. Tom Brady's workout's all about exercises that increase muscle pliability with resistance bands.
Got to get all the soreness out. A lot of pliability, and then try to just some light strength stuff. I try to work out 4 or 5 times a week. I use it always before my workouts, which is critical, and then always right after. I do a lot of shoulder exercises.
Devised and created by Tom Brady and his trainer, Alex Guerrero, they take flexibility and mobility to a whole new level.
Even my strength training, it's much less weights now. It's much more bands now. I will do some leg extension and leg curl and use a machine for that on occasion. But I would say I probably do that once a week. And I probably do my pliability treatments 5 to 6 days a week. As time's gone on, I've lost my natural pliability, the collagen, all the hormones that help repair my muscles when they get broke down. And I've really had to focus 80 to 90% of the time on my pliability.
I had learned these incredible lessons from Alex. 5 years ago, I said, when I'm done playing, I want to go teach everybody all the stuff that we do. Because everyone always says, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's not one thing. You can't say, oh, in 30 seconds is what it is. It's everything. It's every choice you make. When you work hard at those things and you work hard at the right things, you can see a lot of improvements. And I feel like I've gotten better as I've gotten older. I've gotten more productive as I've gotten older because I'm doing the right stuff. I feel like that information is very confusing for a lot of athletes. And a lot of athletes want to work hard. They work hard at the wrong stuff and they don't see the benefit. So I think if you're working hard at the right stuff, you're going to see a lot of benefit.
It's a balanced, healthy diet. It's hydration. It's exercise. It's getting the proper amount of sleep. And it's maintaining a positive attitude about life. With Tom's diet, it's mostly plant-based. And we do incorporate some animal protein. It's a very balanced diet. We really try to eliminate as many pro-inflammatory foods as possible. A smoothie in the morning, we're getting a lot of essential fats during that time. I always tell people that they should drink half their body weight in ounces a day. If you can incorporate pliability pre or post your workout, well, then you can go do anything you want.
Pliability to me is the muscle's ability to contract and relax at 100% so that it can support the body's functional movements, whatever those are. If the muscles are contracting at 100% to perform any movement you're doing, then the load of that movement is going on the soft tissue where it is designed to go. But when your muscles are dense and too tight, then the load has to go somewhere else. I'm not anti-weight. I just don't think that you should do anything at the expense of pliability. If you are going to go lift heavy weights, no problem. You just want to make sure you keep your tissues nice and pliable.
They say the goal of pliability is to re-educate your brain-body connection, which continually send messages to your muscles to stay long, soft, and primed.
When I'm 80, I want to be moving still. I want to be, doing all the things that I love to do.
I'm a very positive person. It's just my personality. I always look at things as, the glass is half full. I take care of myself better than anybody.
Daily pliability work helps prepare your muscles for the demands of life and enable them to fully recover so you can keep doing what you love. They believe pliability and functional training are the key tenets of a healthy, active lifestyle centered on performance and recovery.
Most of our workouts are all resistance bands based. When you're younger, you're so conditioned to do these other things that are strong, and our vision of men is the ultimate strength. Keep more weights, which is fine, but if you're going to do that, you need to incorporate pliability too.
Pliability training is used to prime your muscles, keeping them long and resilient so you can move without restriction to absorb and disperse daily forces, allowing you to achieve more. Pliability primes your muscles, and unlike short and dense muscles, pliable muscles allow you to perform and train at your best for efficient performance. The goal is to train better and recover faster.
I would say I'm faster now and quicker now than, when I first started playing football, even in high school. You'll put the band here, and it's a squat, press.
So there's 2 ways to get pliable. First up, deep tissue manipulation, which sounds expensive. Rolling out your muscles pre and post workout. And if you don't have that Tom Brady income and a daily body coach doesn't fit the budget, this can be achieved by rollers and balls.
You know, some people want denser muscles. As an athlete, as a quarterback, I don't want them. I want to keep my muscles strong and active, but also pliable. I've seen really strong, physically fit guys that, you know, would be the definition of health that are ones that are injured the most. And if I can keep my muscles pliable, I can hopefully, you know, limit the intensity or limit the injury altogether if I do absorb some of these forces.
And number 2, pursuing a lifestyle that minimizes inflammation, providing adequate nutrition and keeps you hydrated. A lifestyle that supports your pliability also has to have a good amount of sleep, which helps your brain recover and develop. The results of pliability is that you recover faster and perform better.
How can you eat a little bit better? How can you be a little more hydrated? And then how can we do workouts that don't do those things, limit inflammation in your body? To me, whether it's diet, nutrition, your thoughts, be functionally strong to whatever you want to do in your life. If you want to ski, if you want to golf, be strong in those areas. I think in professional sports, for example, when I was growing up, everything was like, let's get in the weight room, let's lift as much as we can. And all that heavy weights, you know, caused me a lot of pain. And I had to step out of that and say, why am I doing that? You know, that wasn't working for me. I said, okay, how can I think about strength training differently? And then what do I need to do to recover quickly, you know, for the next game?
And I'm like, guys, it's not one thing, it's everything.
Let's get into that Tom Brady diet. Tom Brady says it doesn't really matter how much exercise you do if you're not eating the right foods and providing your body with the right nutrients. Tom Brady's right foods are alkalizing and anti-inflammatory to enhance athletic performance and help speed up recovery.
He's mostly plant-based, but we do mix in some animal protein. We believe in moderation in all things. So 80% of our meals are going to be plant-based meals, and the other 20% are going to be some sort of animal protein, whether that is chicken or fish or turkey or red meat.
Let's get into that Tom Brady approved food list. It's 80% plant-based with whole, minimally processed foods. Water up to 25 glasses a day. That's half your body weight in ounces. Electrolytes, blueberries, grapes, apples, pears, bananas, salads, vegetables, cucumbers, kale, spinach, nuts, seeds, avocado, almond butter, and pink Himalayan salt. For oil, it's raw olive oil, but not to cook with. He only cooks with coconut oil. He does include some eggs, fish, and chicken, and also TB12 plant-based protein shake, which is pea protein.
What's a breakfast like for Tom Brady, real quick?
Smoothie.
Lunch.
Obviously a lot of vegetables, lean protein, maybe some fish.
Dinner.
One of my TB12 meals.
And then dessert.
They got some pretty good cookies in there, so maybe a cookie or ice cream.
So a lot of times I'll have smoothies in the mornings, or I'll have eggs, I'll have fruits. I'll supplement protein in the morning. I take my supplements in the morning. As my body's continuing to ramp up to practice, I'm continuing to give it nutrient-dense food.
Let's get into Tom Brady's avoid foods list. There's a lot of no's here. It's no to the following: alcohol, gluten-containing bread and pasta, breakfast cereals, corn, GMOs, high fructose corn syrup, trans fats, artificial sweeteners, soy, fruit juice, grain-based foods, jams and jellies, oils other than olive oil and coconut oil, frozen dinners, salty snacks, sugary snacks, sweetened drinks, nightshades such as white potatoes, prepackaged condiments like ketchup and soy sauce, no sugar, no coffee, no caffeine, no fungus, no dairy, no white flour, and no MSG.
So we have like a lot of vegetables, all the salads we come from our garden and so forth, but just a lot of good, healthy stuff. I eat a smoothie most of the time, like a really calorie-dense, nutrient-dense smoothie. My ideal one is like a blueberry smoothie with some seeds and some nuts, some electrolytes, some protein powder, love almond milk, hemp milk, a little rice milk from time to time. You know, there's a little meat, but it's usually like little meat and vegetables. Sometimes it's some type of pasta. It wouldn't be like a flour pasta or anything like that. But yeah, something that's gonna just keep inflammation down. I try to stay really on top of my hydration. You know, I'm asking my body to perform at the highest levels. I need the highest levels of hydration too. I love to work out. I love to train. And I love to eat good. You know why I love to eat good? Because it makes me feel better. And if I feel better, then I can work out more. If I can work out more, I go play soccer with my kids on a Saturday in the backyard and then go play a football game on Sunday.
And let's get into cheat days. Does he or doesn't he? The big question, Tom Brady cheat days. Does it happen, Tom? Does it though?
So I do cheat from time to time, and if I do it, there would be nothing better than a bacon cheeseburger.
He loves dark chocolate. So, we'll make some, dark chocolate nibbed cookies and things like that he'll enjoy.
If we're going to cheat right, and we're cheat on something good. Pizza would be a fun cheat day for him. Yeah, it's more a cheat moment.
I don't think, I'm never gonna eat that. It's a donut. Like,
I don't think you need 5 of them.
Let's get into Tom Brady's recovery. Well, his whole program is about recovery, sleep, diet, and exercise, all focused on recovery. These are already his most powerful recovery tools. For sleep, he sleeps between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. He uses foam rollers, balls, along with hands-on body work from his trainer, Alex Guerrero. And for supplements, plant-based protein shakes, which are pea protein and electrolytes.
What we're trying to do when we do the pliability treatments is we're trying to find where all the forces went and how he can lengthen and soften the muscles to create the resiliency back to their optimal state. And what happens is after that, I'll usually just rest the rest of the day because I know I'll have practice again tomorrow. Again, rehydrate. So I'll focus on eating the right things, just again, to give my body the right fuel it needs. I'll hydrate well, and then I'll focus on my pliability treatments.
If you're eating food that's not going to nourish you, it's hard for your body to give back, to be very hydrated. You need to do the right workouts. You need to do the things that you want to do in order to achieve the things you want in your life. For me, it's a big commitment. It's a lot of discipline. But again, I'm pushing my body at the limits. I've got to treat it in that same way.
The emphasis on recovery and active recovery and basically returning your muscles back to its most efficient state is really where the unlock was for me, because everybody likes to train. There's a big endorphin rush. There's a big endorphin stimulation when you go lift weights per se. You work out really hard. You go, man, that was a really great workout. You get the pump and it feels good. It absolutely feels good. And I love feeling that. But you come down from that as well. So the next day when you wake up and you're really sore, you go, oh man, I worked out really hard. Oh, that must have been a really good workout. What you really mean is I broke down a lot of muscle. And what am I doing to repair that muscle so that I can repair that muscle to an optimal state so that I can go perform again? And really, until you make that unlock in your brain, that being healthy and fit and living a great, healthy, fit lifestyle in a period of time is not one thing. It's an accumulation of a lot of great choices. And a lot of great choices are A, how I train. That's really important. How much activity am I getting? How much physical activity? But the second part of this, how am I recovering my body and how am I helping my body repair itself, return to its optimal state so that I can do the same thing the next day? That also requires a lot of hydration. Muscles are much more pliable when they're hydrated properly. So it came down to hydration, obviously keeping inflammation rates low from the foods that we're eating, which is really reducing sugar intake. Probably the number one thing is reducing sugar. And those were really the tenets of what we did over a period of time. So many people say, Tom, how can you be playing at 44? How can you still do it? Nobody else has ever done that. The answer is so simple. It's the time and energy that Alex and I spend together returning my muscles back to their optimal state.
So look, if you want to get ripped and in great shape, but you don't have that NFL budget, get on the program. Link in the description.